if you're a string trimmer operator, then you know it comes with two things: a lot of back pain and some incredible aftermarket options to help you with that. Guys, today we're testing 3 different grip accessory options to help mitigate some of that back pain, starting with the Darwin Grip, which has been around forever. There's a lot of videos out there on this product. Second, this is kind of a newer product that I've been seeing a lot online. This is called the Flip Grip, made by Ballard. And this is the new, it's called the Midigator, funny enough, which is a brace for your forearm to help take some of that weight off of your hand and put it maybe into your arm or elbow or shoulder rather than extending it out. These are aftermarket handle options to replace your OEM handle to give you a little bit better posture, a little bit better standing position as you operate. I don't know if you guys remember, but I have a couple herniated discs and they flare up all the time. And so having a handle option that allows me to stand up straight while operating a trimmer is gonna be really helpful for me. And I'm sure helpful for a lot of you guys, because I know we all work with our hands out there. So let's put some of these handles on and see how they fit, how they feel, and see how hard they all are to install. So before I go and take off the original equipment, which I think is pretty great, I'm gonna go test it out and see maybe where it's lacking and what's causing the problem. Why do these aftermarket options even exist? So let's step over here and we're gonna try out the original way that it was intended. Okay, so how you get this from the factory is it comes with a shoulder strap and a handle, forward handle. A lot of guys take the strap off and they operate it like this. We're gonna try that out. So the handle falls in a kind of natural position. You can stand up, but if I stand up straight, look how low my trimmer is or how high it is off the ground. To get it close to the ground, I have to have a little bit of a hunch over. Then I'm swinging it like this. My forearm's making contact with the engine shroud a little bit. I got my handle on the grip. It is a comfortable position. I am 5'11" and 3/4, okay? I'm not 6 foot. So if I was any taller, this thing's gonna be even higher. You gotta hunch over even further, right? It's not gonna be optimal. I have to be bent over a little bit and it's gonna cause some low back stress. They do include a strap here, which most people take off, but this strap is adjustable and it is pretty centrally located. It does have a good balance point. It does help with the weight, and it takes a lot of weight off my hands. 100%, I agree with that. If I want to stand up straight, which helps my back the most, hurts my back the least, I still have to bend over a little bit. Even though the weight is off of my hands, which is nice, I like that about the strap, it still causes me to hunch over a little bit. So we're gonna see if any of these options help with that, because that's what I'm looking for as an operator. Let's try. So we know the old trusted method works, but can it be more better? First thing I'm gonna do is take off this handle, original handle. There we go, perfect. We also have our clamp for our strap. A lot of you guys take that off. I'm thinking we should probably take that off just so we have all the room that we might need to operate in. Okay, the tried and tested Darwin Grip. Let's start with that. We know it's good. A lot of content out there on this product. I've never personally set one up, so we're gonna see. We're not gonna be Loctiting anything today because this is not gonna be its permanent setup, right? Like, I gotta sell this eventually. It comes with some nice trimmer line, some of their own, I guess, that they want you to try out. That's pretty cool. It comes out with a little vial. It comes with some red Loctite. It does come with a little tool. So it comes with everything. It should come with everything we need to install it. We're gonna try that out. I'm gonna put this over here. Honestly, it's really well built. This is all aluminum. It feels like bicycle products, like if you ride BMX or mountain bikes. This is all metal. And you can see, I think it's cast aluminum. I'm impressed with the build quality. It looks like it's going on like this, somewhat down here. This is gonna swivel. Okay, for first thing I gotta put these screws back in. Make sure you have your washers attached. These type products, the threads are in the aluminum. You wanna make sure you thread it in well before you go torquing it down, because you will permanently alter it. It has some teeth that lock really positively, holds your position. And it has a cantilever style clamp. I might have gone too heavy on that. There you go. Well, I obviously didn't need to take this off, so I'm putting this back on. Okay, let's just real quick test, see if I want it lower, higher. Is that supposed to be on the right side? Feels like it should be on the left side. I do like that. Without bending over, I could put the head on the ground, but I don't know if that's where I'd want it or not. To be honest, it feels like the handle should come off to the left. Am I supposed to be using this Maybe right-handed. That's interesting. When you guys operate a string trimmer, do you hold the handle with your right hand or with your left hand? Do you pull the trigger with your left hand or your right hand? I've always pulled it with my right finger, my right hand, and held the handle with my left hand. But I feel like this is set up for left-hand operation. But that does feel better. Let me play around with the adjustments a little bit. They do also make this little accessory, which is made to kind of add some support to this to make it even more rigid. And they added some straps in here, which we can throw on there real quick. Not sure if it's 100% necessary. It feels really rigid without it. But maybe it does help with just general strength. I don't know. It does seem like really well thought out. All the pieces seem really robust. I'm really impressed with the build quality. Well, let's see how this feels now. Am I able to stand up straight and touch the ground with it? Yes. I do have to operate it left-handed, or I guess, I don't know, I guess my dominant hand is on the handle, but it feels strange for me to operate it that way. If I do it the opposite way, the handle does not feel like it was made for my left hand like that. I am so curious what you guys do. Do you operate it right-hand trigger or left-hand trigger? But this does feel better, and I like the body positioning more than the original handle. I think it would just take some getting used to it being operated with my left hand on the trigger and my right hand on the handle. I don't have to bend down as much. I am realizing that in string trimming, you're looking down. So regardless of your posture, you do have a natural tendency to bend your head, bend your neck downward. And so regardless of your back posture, you're still gonna have to do this. So guys, I'm just playing around with what the best combo is. And for some reason, as crazy as this looks, this configuration does not seem like it would fit on a trailer or anything well. But I imagine if I had a strap here, it could really help with the back and the posture. So I'm gonna throw the strap on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so though I look like a nerd, bear with me. All the weight of this trimmer is on the strap right now. And I appreciate that. And I have incredible control of the head. This feels pretty dang comfortable as far as a setup to me. I just don't think you have the same, maybe you could edge like that. And I think people are gonna laugh at you, but it feels pretty comfortable. Maybe if you try putting the handle back to a normal length. When it's way back here like this, I feel like it's actually puts a lot of strain on my wrist. I don't know if you can see that, to try to control it. Like there's a lot of leverage on this handle, for better and for worse. Like it really tweaks my wrist. I feel like when I had it on my standard grip here, my wrist hurt less than this. As far as back positioning and posture, it's better. The Darwin Grip is helpful. But let's try the flip grip. It's kind of a similar design. Okay, guys, I don't really know how I feel about it. Honestly, I'm just so used to the original handle. I know this is better. I know this is an improvement in some ways. It feels funny to me to use it offhand. And I don't know, maybe the flip grip will offer me both options. We'll see. I'm gonna take this all off. We're gonna put the flip grip on. Now we're going to talk about the flip grip made by Ballard. They make all kinds of interesting stuff. He's a landscaper who's gone manufacturer, and they offer a lot of interesting things. I'm sure a lot of you guys use their products. Something I like about this is it comes pre-assembled pretty well, pretty much like the Darwin Grip did. It wasn't much to put that together. Put this box over here. So the Flipamus Gripamus. I'm not sure how it goes on yet. This is supposed to flip up or flip over. I might need to take it off, but first thing I'm gonna do is attach the clamp roughly to where the old handle was. These parts feel pretty sharp and pretty thin, like they might damage my shaft. It does have a really nice rubber block here. We're gonna put it on and see how it feels. The hardware, it's all stainless. I like that. It has captured nuts, like welded onto the back plate, which is nice. If you were to strip one out, you could just grind those off and put a new nut. Nice for longevity. I like using it right-handed. So I'm gonna have my flip grip on that side. Flip it upside down, hold everything on, use gravity. I'd consider myself pretty handy, and I understand the assignment here, but it's just a little bit annoying. This also comes with a little vial of Loctite. I think that's pretty cool that they're doing that. I think what's happening here is these giant rubber blocks are getting squished, and they're actually pinching the bar. It's less of about the metal clamping the bar and more about the rubber block squishing and pressing against the bar, which that's pretty neat. This is supposed to flip out. I'd consider myself pretty handy, and I understand the assignment. Maybe I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. Probably should take a peek at the directions just so. Figured it out. I was just being a Neanderthal. You gotta pull up and then it flips out. Glad I didn't call, that would have been embarrassing. Okay, let me feel this. That feels weird. That's not good. That's not what you want. Let me step off over here on the side so you guys can see how this thing looks and feels. I'm guessing in string trimmer mode, you're supposed to kind of hold it like this. As far as actually that kind of motion, I do like this configuration where I'm a little bit wider. I feel like there's less strain on my wrist in this configuration, but as far as my back goes, it's actually very similar to a standard handle. I still have to lean forward a little bit. As far as the flip grip part, you know, you're supposed to be able to flip it if you're doing edging, edge like that. So maybe I could flip it like that. I don't know, that seemed a little hokey and not super practical to me. The other thing with this handle is that the grip, I don't know if you guys can see that, keeps popping off. There's a variety of handle grip glue that you could put on this stuff. I mean, I used to use BMX hairspray. Get your mom's hairspray, spray it in there, and it stays on pretty good. But for that to keep coming off, that's pretty annoying. The other thing that's really challenging is the flip grip function. It's supposed to be like really easy, where you pull it out and flip it over. It's not as easy as I show in the video. It's actually pretty dang hard to get it. You got to get your hand just right, and then you can flip it up. So is that a huge upgrade? To me, not really. So I don't know, flip grip, this might be first generation. I can imagine a second generation, if they can get this mechanism better. I feel like this tower needs to be a little taller, and this grip needs to stay on better, not twist. Too much play. Like, I want some rigidity in my handle, and I feel like this handle is just a little bit too floppy. So guys, that's how we're making this video, because there's a lot of great advertising out here, and before you buy it, this is your chance to watch me try it, right? So not a huge fan. Let's try the Midigator. Whew, guys, I'm not sure if that's ready yet. To me, seems like it's not the best build quality. I don't like the clamps. I hate how long the threads are and the bolts are. This thing is gonna take me a friggin' day to change it out. But I like the idea of something that can be adjustable and movable on the fly, but I just don't know if this is it. If you guys have a flip grip and you've used it a lot and you really like it, please leave a comment. Not if you work for Flip Grip. I think Ballard's a great company that do a lot of cool stuff. This particular product is not my jam. I think maybe the whole experience would be better if I could just unscrew it quicker. Flip Grip, it'll be a better experience for everybody if you just, you know, it was put together.
It was at this moment that he knew. He up.
I shouldn't have unscrewed it all the way. If you open this package, don't unscrew them all the way. That's my first recommendation. Just slide it on and then go from there. It's gonna help you out a lot. Okay, next thing we gotta do is the Midigator. This is a pretty interesting accessory. It's not technically a grip, it's more of a brace. If I had to call it anything, it's the knee. So originally I thought you had to mount it here, but actually you mount it on the actual handle, and that makes more sense. Not sure which clamp I'm supposed to use yet. We're gonna try both, or just see if this one gets nice and tight. It's interesting that it's on the handle, because that feels like a little intrusive. I do like the idea of this product though. I want it to like it. Has a little bit of wiggle to it. I tried these other clamps and they're just too tight. They're not going to go around that handle well. So now, I think I can raise this up. Get that up there like that. That is now in my way. With it clamping on the handle, I have to contend with it. So I have to like use my hand differently. I can't squeeze with all fingers because my finger's in the way. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a really weird hand position. Oh, I don't think that solves the problem. I really don't. That does not feel better on the back. And it honestly is a really weird hand position. Guys, as much as I wanted to like the Midigator, I don't think it's the solution. And it still puts a lot of weight on my upper body. So guys, my final thoughts in the aftermarket handle game, which one is best? We have the all new Midigator that just came out recently. We have the Darwin Grip that's been around for a long time. This is kind of the updated one. And then we have the Flip Grip made by Ballard. Honestly, I didn't really like any of them. I really was hoping to like one of them. I think probably the thing I liked the most, as lame as it may be, is the original steel strap with the original handle. Maybe the original steel strap with Darwin Grip. I live in Florida, we use edgers here. You know, I don't string trim with an edger, and I do prefer to just use an edger with a blade. And so flipping it on its side is not necessary for me. That's not something I'm gonna be doing, that's something I'm gonna try to do. I just don't like the way it looks as nice with my type of grass. And so I'm gonna have a dedicated edger, and I will probably, if I went with one, go with the Darwin Grip. But truthfully for me, I think I would go with this in the lightest possible configuration to make it easier on my back. It's gonna fit probably better on my racks in my trailer, and I don't have to worry about some aftermarket plastic pieces breaking. This is too flimsy for me. This is a little bit too tall and big and gangly and kind of strange. And this was too difficult to pull out and flip, and wasn't very comfortable in any configuration that I could get, and I tried it in all of them. And the handle pops off, which is also fixable but annoying. Guys, I just saved you 60 bucks. All these accessories cost money, and you might have bought one thinking it was gonna help you out, and just hear from me, it doesn't. All of it's gonna make your back hurt, and they just cost more money. So if you guys wanna see a really interesting video where we stripped one of these down and cross-blended it with an FS 111 RX and did make the slightest string trimmer that does not exist, which you are not allowed to see, it's gonna be right up here in this corner. That's a fantastic video, really interesting. You can get one of these FS 91s down to right at 10 pounds, almost under 10 pounds, and that would make it really comfortable if steel ever does that. So I appreciate you for watching. Guys, for more helpful videos, stay tuned. We love you. We couldn't do this without you. You mean the world to us. Thanks.